Hi, my name is Erica Price. I am a senior at Bowie State University, majoring in communications with a concentration in public relations. And here today, I will be interviewing Joya, who is a part of the Gen Z podcast group on the SPR project.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joya Osborne. I'm also a senior at Bowie State University with a major in public relations, and I am the group leader for the SPR Gen Z podcast.
Nice to have you here today. Thank you for spending your time. So if you're going to go ahead and get into the interview, the first question I have for you is, what is your project and the goal of your project?
So my project is to come up with an episode for the Gen Z podcast. As part of the SPR group, we will be working directly with a client, but what we do want to do is we want to basically figure out a way to discuss public relations, but with a perspective that connects us to like everyday life and how PR is still relevant today.
That's great. Very new, fresh ideas and concepts. That's great. The next question I have for you is, can you please explain how you plan to implement those goals and ideas you have?
So one huge thing for my group is we definitely, as soon as we figured out what we wanted to talk about, we wanted to make sure we were including like day-to-day examples, current events, things like that. And we thought about what directly affects each of us as individuals. So we'll definitely be talking about some relevant topics in our episode.
That's nice. I look forward to that. What challenges, if any, have you experienced so far?
The main thing is just communication. We have to communicate with one another about, when we're going to meet, ideas, things like that. And we want to make sure we're open to everyone's input. That's probably the only challenge we've come up with so far.
Yes, life could be a little bit tricky. Do you anticipate any challenges moving forward?
No, now that we've worked through those kinks, I see that everything's moving pretty smoothly. So I'm excited to see what our end result looks like.
Me too. I'm excited to hear that. And what have you learned from doing this project?
For doing this project, this is actually like the first time I've taken a leadership role like this. And I've learned that there's a lot that goes into being the leader, because you have a lot of people coming to you. You have to kind of communicate differently to different people because everyone has different communication styles. And I don't know, you can have fun being a leader too. A lot of people kind of forget, like you can enjoy what you're doing as well.
That's
So,
very, very truthful. I like that one.
thank
And
you.
lastly, what do you want to see in the future for the podcast to continue its growth?
I definitely think that had we been able to do this, been a little bit here, hopefully, in the future, the format that classes are going to take. Hope that students could actually be face to face when recording the episode, because I feel like with a podcast, you want to make sure you have that chemistry with your team so that the conversation moves smoothly. So hopefully that is something that can happen. But other than that, I see that it's moving in the right direction so far, given this is the second time they're doing the podcast.
I agree. And I'm very happy to hear that. So I just wanted to say thank you for your time today, Joya, and thank you. And if we can't all wait to see what the podcast group has for us now and in the future.
Thank you so much, Erica. It was
Thank,
a pleasure.
thank you.